Hi, it's Christina from Tomes and Tequila, and I'm here with another mini book review. Today I've got a review for The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. The other day on my Facebook page, I did my first ever Facebook Live for our virtual book club, and it went really well. We talked for over an hour about the book, and everybody really loved it. I honestly think we could have talked for much longer than an hour. The conversations started flowing and just kept going. I didn't have a huge turnout for the live, but I didn't expect to have 100 people show up for it. So I was really excited by the people who did show up. I have some good friends who live all over the United States, and so it was fun to have them show up for this and actually be a part of a book club with me again. And part of the reason why I wanted to do a virtual book club really was to have those kind of book discussions that I was used to having in a book club at my house. And most of my friends live all over the place, especially with us being a military family, and it's hard to do that. So I figured with the blog, it would be easy to do a virtual book club, and then my friends and then some could take part in it from all over the place. So this was the inaugural event, and it was for Kristen Hanna's The Great Alone. So for my review, I would have to say I really loved this book. I read it in one go. I tend to read really fast, so that's not a rarity for me, but it kept my attention the whole time. If you don't know what the book's about, it's set in the 70s, and it really tells the story of a teenage girl and her issues when she moves with her family up to Alaska, and her parents have their struggles, and her father was a POW in Vietnam who struggles with PTSD, and it just worsens once they're up in Alaska with the long winters and the isolation that they feel up there. And there's domestic violence issues and just, the daughter's struggles up there. And I don't want to give too much away, but it really was very entertaining. And as far as a book club selection, I think this is an amazing book club book. In my opinion, what makes a strong book club book is one that just has a lot of subjects that you can talk about. Something that's going to have, a wide range of conversation fodder, which is what I'm always saying in book reviews is the book filled with good conversation fodder? And this one definitely is. In the online, live book talk, we discussed, whether this book could be set today, because a lot of the struggles that they go through in it, there's, kind of like I don't want to say malicious, maybe not the right word, but, we discussed the, off the grid, back to land people. And there's a character in the book who says that, most of the people in Alaska are either running away from something or running to something. And I really felt like a lot of the subjects that were central to this book, although set in the 70s and, the turbulence of that time period, are also very relevant to the turbulence in our society right now. So although, set in a different time period, I still felt like it really was very relevant to, what's going on in our society now. So if you've never read anything by her, The Nightingale is also a phenomenal book, which is the one that she wrote before this. So both great book club selections, and I can't recommend them more. So if you are interested in hearing like a very long-winded review of the book, if you go on my Tomes and Tequila Facebook page, my live broadcast discussing the book at length is still on the Facebook page. So if you go on my videos, the live feed is still on there. So you can hear us talk about, domestic violence and whether, the mother uses the PTSD and, his experiences in Vietnam as an excuse for why she continues to stay with him, even though he's being abusive. And, you know, most of us are, you know, affiliated with the military in some way, shape, or form. So it's kind of interesting to talk with other, you know, military spouses and military members about, you know, that aspect of the book. And then just, you know, a lot of feeling bad for the central character and what she goes through. But if you're, you know, interested in a very in-depth review, I would go on the Facebook page and watch the live, because I felt like it was a really good discussion. But if you know, you want the quick synopsis, it was a great book. Can't recommend it more. Perfect to read with friends, read as a book club selection, or, you know, read it on your own if you're into, you know, really captivating historical fiction. I think this is going to be a good one for you. So if you like this, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Leave me a comment below if you've read this one or if you've read anything else by Kristen Hanna, and let me know whether you liked it, or if you like The Nightingale, or I think her first one was Winter Garden, but I haven't read that one yet. But I've heard mixed reviews on whether either everybody really loves that one or they really don't. So I'd love to know what your thoughts are, and leave me a comment below, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Bye.